May go on, and dearest friends, and welcome to some more Misty Mountains. We are going to hit it all off by trying to defend at Casa Doom East against the High Lord of Balin, who have arrived at our doorstep with quite a few dwarven catapults who hopefully won't do that much, some dwarven travellers, and overall it's not that good infantry. It's not late game dwarf infantry. So with pure numbers, we might just stand a chance of actually defeating them. Now, first of all, it is quite possible that this one has come out a little bit later on Tuesday. That is today, the day I'm recording it, because my weekend went, well, it went away quite substantially, really. I did not consider that so much of my time would be taken up by different activities during our spring festival or spring celebration time, which is what we do the 1st of May, or rather the 30th of April. We have a big picnic and celebration of spring in the middle of town on a hill outcropping, and yeah, it's people are singing in choirs. It's very beautiful. Very nice. For some reason it's very like, oh no, that's not what I meant to do. God damn it. Okay. Well, it'll probably make it easier to deploy the units anyways. Well, okay. So we are going to have to run. Oh no, wait. Oh no, they are inside our cities. No, I forgot that they changed this. So that's going to be a little bit unfortunate. This is going to be such annoying such an annoying battle map to defend. I'd much rather they come from that side. Wait, how does that make sense, really? It makes much more sense that we would be behind the bridge of Casa Doom if we were on this side than it does. What on earth is going on? There we are. Apologies if I'm a bit hoarse as well. I'm doing this the first thing almost when after I've woken up, so I haven't used my voice yet, so it's quite possible that it's going to sound horrible. So, we can't do much except just foray ourselves here with archers and hope to kill as many of them as possible. There we are. And then I am just going to lay a unpenetrable, hopefully, line of fantastic orc units. Like so. I also do hope that you are enjoying currently the Rise of the Samurai episodes and that campaign, because I am thoroughly enjoying playing that one, and it's actually I'm actually making some progress as opposed to the Fall of the Samurai one, where I was just beaten back time after time after time, and it got really old really quickly. So hopefully you are enjoying that one, because I certainly am. I do hope that we can carry that one quite a bit forward. Now, also, I appear to have forgotten books, so I can't write down the name of this episode. I shall have to do that afterwards, and hope to remember so I can make something fancy. This battle map is a pain, by the way, if you hadn't already gathered to position your units in the way you want them to. Is everyone moving? You're not. That's good. Go there, start chanting. You go there, start chanting. Good. Start chanting there. And then our general is for some reason furthest out. It should be a little bit further back. There we are. That should be everyone. No, because they... Oh god. Why is it so laggy? I hope that's just it loading in some stuff, and that it will improve quality in a moment. I actually don't know. I should not have anything on. I'm downloading a few things on Steam, but that should not have an effect on the in-game processes. It should just have an effect on the download speeds across everything, because Steam takes all the bandwidth it can. But if you can see there, well, that's times 6. That's not reliable, but I am clocking in at 60 FPS, except when I'm moving. I honestly don't know what's going on there. So I do apologize, but you will have to grin and bear it, because I have no idea what could possibly be causing it. It could be Steam. It could very well be Steam for some weird reason, but not much to do about it right now. Let's see what they are up to. Pro tip as well, if you click on the minimap like that, so that the game itself pans you over, it does not go away from the 6x6, which it usually does if you start moving the camera in any way, shape and or form. But if you double click on the map somewhere, it's not going to do that, and you can just enjoy the ×6 when you go there. You can even click on units to do that, and I believe you can click on delete as well to go and zoom in on the general, and it will still stay at 6 times the speed, which is just so nice. Okay, let's just wait for them to approach us and then hope that we can stand against them. I'm not too confident. We're gonna lose a lot of orcs. We may stand a chance, but it's not all too likely. Why am I locked on you? Oh, let's stop it because... Oh, come on, there we are. No, no, you shan't fire fire arrows because they take longer, and we do not have the luxury of allowing you to shoot strong projectiles. I thought I told you to turn that off. Look at that. Balin's guard taking quite a few volleys of fire arrows. Not a single one has gone down. Oh, there. One. Ah. You should actually focus on people that you can bring down. Or at least, at the very least, stand a chance of bringing down. Balin's gonna cause so many losses for us. Fire at anyone! But we will need reinforcements, and apparently that's the side that's going to be pressured, so we're going to move our mountain oak hunters, which arguably could be our best units. I do hope that our archers are at least killing someone. Look at that torrent of arrows. Those are going to be quite annoying indeed to get down, but we need to ensure that our flanks stay open. Or stay secure rather. So that we can get our mountain oak hunters in from behind and take them down. Like that. We are still firing quite a few arrows on the dwarven travelers and dwarven sentries. If we can take those down, then we have a very good chance of actually doing this. So we're going to start a flanking maneuver. And we're gonna have our mountain oak hunters run around. Sweep around and then assault the dwarven miners. And hope for the best. Now, we have lost 9%. They have actually lost more, and I do think it's due to our archer fire. They are quite much firing on those units though, and I would prefer them to fire at this clump here. But it's unlikely we're going to actually do anything. Dwarves have excellent morale, so I'm not hoping to break them, at least not before Balin has died. There's actually an incredibly low chance of us being able to rout anyone before Balin is dead. Don't go into battle just yet. Okay, so they are moving in Dwarven sentries as a last line of defense apparently. Dwarven travelers are still standing there, I do not care about them. We need to hope our center holds long enough so we can actually concave in behind them and do stuff. Because if we can do that, then we might just stand a chance. Just look at that torrent of orcs charging in on Dwarven sentries. Small chance of success. What are we waiting for? We need to segregate these last Dwarven sentries for as long as we can as well, I do think. Okay, and I will take everyone off defensive mode as well. Now, presumably, numbers is our advantage here, as well as the fact that... Oh, look at that. Actually, I don't know if we have any more advantages except our mountain oak hunters. They will probably be better armored, have stronger units, and basically be better in every way, shape and form. But we shan't surrender. If we can take down that clump there, and the mountain oak hunters do wonders over here, which hopefully they are, then we just may have victory. We have a few Dwarven sentries just sent in piecemeal, so hopefully they will go down. And right now I don't care, I just need numbers on them. Anyone who can fight, take up your sword. And whatever you have to fight with. Spears and cudgels and things. Fight with them! Bring down the Dwarven volunteers. I just selected almost everyone, didn't I? I'm just basically trying to collapse as many units as I can on them. Get as many units into that ball of nonsense as possible. Because we need our numbers. We've lost 39%, they've lost 39%. But us having more units actually mean we've lost more on a pure number basis. We need to charge them, I think. Now I do know that we were preparing for them to attack, and I do hope that this was enough, because I thought that a full banner army of, well, goblins and a few mountain orc hunters. Why did I send away some mountain orc hunters? That's a stupid idea. Why did I think we would get a reprieve? That was silly of me. For some reason, they seem to think that their victory is almost assured. I do not like that, not one bit. It's highly unlikely we're going to be able to hold them long enough either. It is in fact very, very likely that they are going to manage to get through us and get to that point which they actually... No, that's us. To get to the center and take it. They are losing men, but we are losing more men more quickly.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their
This
men.
flank is going to fall really soon as well.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
So we're going to need to send these units in there to aid. This is still chanting, and that I think that's really helping us to stay alive. Because if they were not there, I do not think our units would have actually held this well. They would have been routing left, right and center. So let's try and get a few more units into the Dwarven miners, which hopefully won't be too good. And we actually have managed to squash the center quite well. There still are quite a few dwarven sentries and other important units, like Balin is in there somewhere causing quite a bit of havoc. For some reason they still have arrows left, so that's just a nuisance. And we are basically just hoping that we can hold out on the left for long enough to squash the center so we can send all our units there. It seems unlikely, but that's all we can hope for. Actually, this is going quite well. I know I shouldn't say that because that's going to jinx it, but you know, they seem to be just trying to get through for some reason. Now, if we lose a general, we're probably going to lose the battle because everyone is going to be routing, so I think it's smart to extract him immediately. A strongest unit has to move out just so the other ones will fight. Defeat seems certain everywhere. This center is actually doing alright. Let's speed it up a little bit. That's going to crumble, there's nothing I can do about that. Oh, what happened? Something started to shift. There's the Balin's guard. I have them. How many were there? Come on. There we are. 11 left. Oh my god. And the Dwarven Travelers are joining in. Now we're going to need to fight on a better position. We're going to need to fight in a enclosed space or we're going to get surrounded. That's probably what lost us the battle there because everyone started to rout. But we would have lost there anyways had they come in from the side, so I think trying to move into the center is better because then we have a much smaller gap to cover. Even though we did lose quite a few men. That may have been a mistake. We might have held on if they had actually assaulted us from the side, but I was not entirely certain that we would have. So I made the executive decision to pull back, and apparently that was a mistake. Though they do seem quite leery about moving in the last few meters here. So we just may have a hope. A fool's hope anyways. And here come Dwarven Travelers. They are sending in missile units though. That's how cocky their AI is at the moment. They feel that Dwarven Travelers, their worst in ranged unit can defeat us. And they're probably right. They're probably right, let's be honest. But still. Look at those cool axes there. Yeah, it's over. We have lost. We put up a good fight, but if the dwarves have numbers almost rivaling us and we don't have like twice the amount and we have only quite garbage units, apparently we can't do enough damage and things to them to actually take a victory. And this is going to be highly annoying because now we're going to have to fight away the dwarves of Casa Doom as well as to reclaim one of our cities from the Lothlorien elves. And I do not like those prospects at all because it's going to be highly annoying and with high losses. And having lost Casa Doom East, we are going to have quite a bit less money coming in our way. And there's really nothing I can do anymore, so I'm just going to have to sit here and watch our last few units die. There goes down. Lost 3,000 units. And they lost roughly half of theirs. Who did the most damage actually? Yeah, Mountain Oak Hunters, that's not surprising. Mountain Oak Hunters. The Goblin Archers actually did alright. They did alright, that's good. Did I have 2 units of Mountain Orc Hunters? Maybe my general had a Mountain Orc Hunters, that's probable. Oh look, that's probably Thorin with his correct attire with a silver tassel on his blue hood, with Gandalf standing in behind when they come to visit Bilbo. Much better looking than the depiction in the movies, where he basically just had armor on, if I'm not mistaken, instead of some nice clothes. That's a bit unnecessary maybe, but it's much nicer looking, this one is. That's how I always imagine him. Nicer face as well. Alright. Can you please load? Thank you very much. I want to get on with the campaign. There we are. I'll actually accept that. Wait, hang on. It's a rebel city? What? What are you on about? It's a rebel city?
I look forward.
Why on earth did he not take it?
I'd welcome a trial by arms to end this.
Seriously, why did he not take his down to 9 units though? Yeah, I did send away. Well, only those would have been nice to have. Look at all the side trenches we lost. Oh, damn it. But what on earth? Why did... What? I'm flabbergasted. Get me more recruits. 5 at a time, that's ridiculously good. Alright, let's get myself a market. Bear with me just a moment. Apologies, that was a phone call I took, and it turned out just to be some phone salesman. But I didn't sell phones, he was selling internet and stuff like that, but still highly annoying. Also, we can, from this region here, we will need a general. Misty Mountain Orcs do not fight well without a general. This is a well-known fact, and we need to send units there pronto. Sagkala can probably recruit a few new ones so as to not be completely defenseless. Also, I do believe that I have somewhere an army ready to go and take back this region from the elves. Still can't make good units though. It's ridiculous how long it takes before you actually get proper units for these ones. I think Dane's Hall will hold against that army because we get Uruk-hai defenders, or Uruk defenders potentially, and they're actually quite good. You go down to Framsburg. Okay, so considering that that was a particularly stupid position for him to be in, I'm gonna move him. I'm gonna move him to Feinberg, or Fenberg, and I am going to take him and charge him with a few units, if that makes sense. And he will be the one to assault the elves. Now, Meitelberg will be quite undefended, so we need to send units down there. Still making quite a bit of money, so that's good. We have Snaga everywhere. We need units, so basically just build anything that's good with annex, and especially not Snaga, basically. Then we're going to take that general there and a few more units, and then we're going to assault them. We're going to need to have to take the rebel city. But if the Khazad-dûmians take, or the Balin takes the right city, sure. But if Balin takes the eastern Khazad-dûm, he's going to waste quite a few units trying to take it. And he might not necessarily be able to get any use of them. Of the city, that is, and be able to build it up. It's also possible that the script which caused him to attack... What?
I'd welcome a trial by arms.
How is he dead? He's there!
I look forward to fighting you, noble enemy.
He's there! What on earth are you... Oh, wait. That's not his guard. No, he's supposed to have Balin's guard. Does that mean that a Balin died and then for some reason a different Balin took his place? I don't know. I do not know. But the dwarves of Khazad-dûm are apparently dead. That's highly interesting. We are indeed building. We need to wait for the general and then we can assault. We can't assault without the general. Go for that. Go for ballista maker actually. Might be good in the center there, so we can have something to destroy strong units with. I want mangonels. Now that's a bit more annoying. It might still be able to hold. I would like to send these. Are they good actually? Decent. Go to Femberg. So those are rebels now. Okay. Well, that's intriguing. So they were just basically there to try and plunder Eastern Khazad-dûm. Now just for curiosity, if I were to assault them, they get a Wildman defender. We have a 2-to-1 ratio. They have ballista and siege equipment coming in to aid them. They don't have that strong units, and we can indeed break in, and I think that we may just want to take the battle. Because if we fight inside the city... Actually, I don't know if we want to... Yeah, let's take it. I'm going to fight the battle, and then I'm going to end the episode there, and hopefully we'll take the city. This may have been a mistake, but I would prefer to be inside the city if they decide to attack us instead of being on the outside, having to defend from multiple assault vectors. And then again, that's just me. And after this battle, I think we can end the episode. So again, looking at the time currently, I do not think that this one is going to have come up before 12 o'clock. Finish time. GMT +2. But instead a little bit later in the day, and I do hope that you find that's okay. Oh look, it's just finished downloading. Okay, so how shall we do this? There's a really good wall section here, so I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to send what's it called? A ladders and siege tower over there. Take the wall. And we're going to send a few more units with them. We're going to send you units, yeah, exactly. You're going to follow along and also go up. You're going to follow them and go up and aid them. The archers are probably not going to do so much, but I will still position you there so you have a chance of going up after these, depending on what happens there. Actually, I had 4 units, so let's position them all there. And take that off. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's good. You probably won't do much anyway, so you might as well be the crew. You can be chanting. You're positioned there, so we're going to have to use a few units to get in as well. Our generals are probably going to be the ones who enter the city after these ones to provide support, so to make sure we actually can cement our hold in there, and then we're going to send in a few more trash units like that. These are going to be our Joker forces, see what we can do with them when the time comes. Move forward, thank you very much. You move there, basically. That's true. I did not think of that, but indeed the reinforcements are probably going to be not coming, because I have not unlocked the battles, even though I claimed I would do that at one point in some comments. I should probably do that. But it seems to be running fine now, so I don't know what actually caused that problem earlier. Let's just hope it's resolved, basically. Look at that horde of orcs and goblins coming in to eat you. I don't know what they do, but they probably eat people. There we go. Prepare the attack vectors. And you will be there ready to assault them. I think I will move you to here. Actually, smack down where I will put another unit, so move there. You're going to move there. Put that off because I don't want it. We're going to lose quite a few units to their tower fire, but that's going to be how it is. We have heavy goblin infantry actually in this one, so that's going to be really helpful in taking out those boring shield bearers, hopefully. You aren't armor piercing, are you? No, you're not, so that's going to be helpful. You're not very strong on the attack either, so hopefully our high armor stat is going to avail us very well here. Okay. What do you have on the other side here? There you have cavalry, actually.
The battering ram is in place.
Woodman warriors, whalesmen, and some other things. There's the skin changes. It's going to be a hard battle to win. That's for sure. That's for true. And they're going to have to climb up before actually entering. I do like the siege tower in the later versions because this one just takes so long for the units to enter, climb all the way up, and then pull out. Whilst in the other ones you have the units already inside. So it's basically just push it to the wall, they lower the drawbridge, and in the jump. And we're through. This day, orcs! You die. Basically, my strategy is swarm them. Have you heard of it before? It's a common orc strategy. It consists of using vastly idiotically more numbers than the enemy. That goblin boy still sounds so much like the one from World of Warcraft 3. And we have entered the city. Goblin infantry, up the walls you go. Up the walls. Oh, they have more units there. Boring warriors. Actually, we can shoot at them. Something wrong. They're going really slowly up on the wall. Doing a little bit of jig over there, but that's alright. Look at that swarm of orc units. And then we're gonna send in our generals to support as well. And you are hereby required. Fire up at them. Who's not firing? There you are. Start firing. Aid our heavy goblin infantry. Oh, they are sending more units up. Okay. We are pushing inwards, but it's going slowly. But at least it's going. There are quite a few units up on their walls, actually. That's true. Keep climbing the walls. Do not relent. I do love this blinking thing because it makes it so much easier to see where everyone is. Go for the skin changes. Why are you charging out like that? Oh, is it like that you need to go outside in order to be able to come in? I thought I had taken those towers, you buggers. These arrows are probably not doing anything. I should probably stop firing. It's a bit too late over there, but... yeah, I'm gonna stop firing. I need to get them on top of the wall in order to be able to actually do anything. Which may just be possible over here, actually. I may just have killed enough so that I can get them up. I may just have, if hope stands eternal. If we're hopeful and these manage to get in up there, we can actually turn the tide quite well, I think. Basically, just charge at the Bjorning shield bearers. Thank you very much. Charge at the Bjorning shield bearers. How's that a hard order to follow? We need to segregate our units a little bit more because they are really, really clumped up. Look at that, the big 200 axes fighting against the Bjorning warriors. Both quite similarly clad, actually. I thought I told you to get up on the walls, you... I was going to say snaga there, so I was like, yeah, that's going to be an insult. Well, that is actually an insult, but... yeah. Now, if we manage to harry them from two sides, then that's going to be the nail in the coffin for their on top the wall stratagems, I do believe. They are sending loads of units here, though. But aha! We have managed to get some orcs up on top of there. You can actually be firing at will, on will. And we have them concaved quite nicely. Now what I just want is you to attack there. You actually head over there, aid them. Get up, you orc scum! Your brethren, the Urukai, are fighting bravely in the Helm's Deep and not caring about what they do. Oh, hello, there comes more units.
Half the enemy force remains.
Let's see if we can take the city fast enough to actually fight them from the inside. Do they actually have anything in the center? They do, they have whalesmen.
Like this, we will smash the enemy.
I may just be able to take two generals and just smash their way there. It may just work. But we have currently got a bit of a run-away situation. We need to run away from the whalesmen and woodman trackers and stuff that's coming from there. Fire at them. It's looking good actually, we have killed quite a few units. And they sent in the missile units first, which I guess has a point to it, but... we are of course sending Orc Bodyguard to the center first, and if they manage to take the center, we can probably hold in the city, which would be hilarious. Oh. You need to go against their Bjornings. Don't be stopped by just a few of those, just go! And there he goes. And they are free! Go! Charge at them. Need to get inside the city gate quickly. All units inside. Oh, and how did these units die? Did they actually die from archer fire? I guess the angle could have been quite helpful in attacking them, I guess. We need to get inside now. This is quite hilarious. The reinforcement is so delayed that they arrive only after the city has almost been taken, and they will have to take the city for themselves and actually aid in defending it. I find that quite hilarious. Fire at the veiled defenders, do so now! This is hilarious. We are actually performing a city defense and simultaneous capture right now. That's hilarious in my honest opinion. And these are dying because they are harried from 2 different sides. Oh no, they have siege equipment. So basically, the battles on the walls have to finish quite quickly, thank you. Okay.
Only half our force remains.
Half a goblin force is still quite a formidable force. Well, not formidable, but it's a large
Our men
force.
are in command of the city.
Good. Stay there, stay there, stay there. Oh no, look at that carnage.
If we continue like this,
Those goblins are going to have to fight on the down low. Those archers need to run away. Ready? Ready? This is quite a large city actually, so we can probably find refuge if we escape a little bit further down the line there. As soon as they started fighting, actually, the enemy decided that these are it's too annoying, we shan't fight them. You can fire at them, actually. It's gonna be fine. And those Bjorning shield bearers are going to fall. It is quite possible we'll take the city through timed victory. They are firing really much and they do not like being clumped up like that, and we have a siege equipment to deal with. So basically, everyone into the town center now! They still have Bjorning shield bearers, I don't care. I'll get out of here now. Everyone into the city center! Except you can fight the well defenders, I guess. Actually, you can go take out the catapult. And these are just running across. Woodman trackers, no one cares. If an orc is trying to run, nothing will stand in his way, I think. Look at that carnage there, that's beautiful. Go on, come on, come on, come on. The generals are still fighting Bjorn Shieldburst, but they have command of the city, so soon the enemy will have to surrender. We have only lost 61%. That's a good number, and we are also escaping from their archer fire, which is even better news at the moment. Because that means we are in fact going to be quite alright in the center, because they will not have range in here. It being such a large city, and also currently being one of their own. Though for not much longer. There we are. And we healed 6 or 7%, so that's fine. No fool, really be no fool basically. So basically, so he did quite alright there. Who killed the most? There we are. The heavy goblin infantry actually. Well, that seems fair because they were the ones who scaled the walls first and got into the action the earliest. So that's nice. That's really, really good. Okay, and there's the Shire, quite a beautiful little thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all the end of turn stuff, see if I can build anything, and so on and so forth, retraining possibly. Then I'm going to save and stop there, because I think we have gone quite a bit past the 40 minutes, and yeah. Let's go for that. There's the Karak. Building cost reduced. Global effect, oh my god, that's not bad. Repair it. Retrain those, why not? I can actually train Raider Warbands, that's good. Go down to that. Okay, I can use the inn. Ancillary training round, I can apparently use that for something. There's the moot hall. That's a moot point. Apparently I can use everything, which is good. Snag, I come from communal farming. So we did lose quite a few units, but all in all, I think it was good that we assaulted them. Because They are now very, very scattered and very much without any type of training facility. Imlach can still probably cause some problems for me, and he will have to be dealt with. But other than that, I do not think they actually pose that much of a threat anymore. Also, the Huntmaster has apparently died, so that's good. And we don't have money enough to pay anything else, so I'm going to end the episode there. Next episode, we hopefully assault Khazad-dûm East and take it back, and potentially even claim all the remaining Anduin as casualties. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next episode. Thank you and bye.